These are the most notorious car thieves who thought they were untouchable until law enforcement proved them very, very wrong. From sophisticated international smuggling rings to teenage TikTok bandits, these criminals stole hundreds of millions in vehicles before getting taken down in spectacular fashion. Let me tell you about Operation Hellcat, a year-long investigation that sounds like it's straight out of a Fast and Furious movie. In December 2024, Massachusetts authorities executed search warrants at 12 locations simultaneously, arresting 12 suspects who had turned high-end car theft into a science. These weren't your typical smash-and-grab thieves. They were using Autel programming devices, legitimate automotive tools that cost thousands of dollars, to create brand-new key fobs for stolen vehicles in under 2 minutes. Picture this. James Sennett, Nelson Pires, and their crew would target a Dodge Challenger or BMW in a parking lot. One guy breaks the window, another connects the Autel device to the car's computer system, and within minutes, they're driving away with a fully functioning key fob like they own the place. Over the course of their operation, they stole more than $2.06 million worth of vehicles using this method. The audacity is incredible. They turned car theft into what looked like a legitimate business transaction. But that's nothing compared to what was happening down in Texas. The North Texas car theft ring made Operation Hellcat look like amateur hour. 7 individuals spent over a year systematically targeting the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, stealing over 200 luxury vehicles worth more than $9.03 million. Their preferred targets? Dodge Chargers, Challengers, Chevrolet Corvettes, and Camaros. Basically every car guy's dream garage, except stolen. Here's what's wild about this case. After the arrests, the city of Grapevine recorded 0 auto theft reports for an entire month. 0. These 7 guys were single-handedly responsible for the majority of high-end car thefts in one of America's largest metropolitan areas. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the Kia Boyz phenomenon. This started as a TikTok challenge in Milwaukee back in 2021, but it exploded into a nationwide crisis that makes every other car theft story look quaint. The premise was simple and terrifying. Steal a Kia or Hyundai using nothing but a USB cable and a screwdriver. The reason this worked is because Hyundai and Kia manufactured approximately 8.3 million vehicles between 2011 and 2022 without industry-standard engine immobilizers. Think about that for a second. In an era where your phone requires biometric authentication, millions of cars could be started with the electronic equivalent of a paperclip. Cook County Sheriff Tom Dart said something that should terrify every car owner. We had an 11-year-old who was one of our most prolific stealers. An 11-year-old. The viral nature of social media turned car theft into a playground game, with kids stealing cars in 20 to 30 seconds and posting the evidence online. The numbers are staggering. In Los Angeles, Kia and Hyundai thefts increased 85% in 2022 compared to 2021. In Chicago, it was even worse. Thefts of these models increased by over 9 times. The Kia Challenge caused theft rates to spike by over 10% in some cities. By 2023, the Hyundai Elantra became the most stolen car in America, with 31,712 thefts, followed by the Hyundai Sonata, with 26,720 thefts. But here's where it gets really interesting. Law enforcement fought back with technology. Enter LoJack, a system that's been around since 1979, but got a massive upgrade for the modern era. LoJack devices have a 90% recovery rate, which is why police love them. The system interfaces directly with the National Crime Information Center database used by federal, state, and local law enforcement. Since February 2024, over 5,000 unique law enforcement officers nationwide have registered for LoJack access. It's become the weapon of choice for tracking down stolen vehicles, and the results speak for themselves. Then there's Apple AirTags, the double-edged sword of car theft recovery. On one hand, you've got stories like the Long Beach resident who hid an AirTag in his trunk and successfully tracked down his stolen car, confronting the thief himself. In Florida, police followed an AirTag signal to recover a stolen Jeep and arrest the suspect at his own home. But here's the dark side. thieves started using AirTags to track potential victims. They'd place these tiny devices on cars in mall parking lots or restaurant driveways, then follow the signal to see where the owner lives when they leave for work, basically turning your own car into a GPS tracker for criminals. Now, let's dive into the international smuggling operations that make these domestic rings look like small-time operations. 24 individuals were charged in an international car theft ring responsible for exporting stolen vehicles to West Africa. They weren't just stealing cars, they were running a global supply chain for stolen luxury vehicles. Here's how sophisticated this operation was. After stealing cars in New Jersey and New York, they would cool off the vehicles in hospital parking garages, private storage units, even residential backyards to make sure they weren't equipped with tracking devices. Then they'd ship them through the ports of Newark and Elizabeth to Nigeria, Ghana, Guinea, Sierra Leone, and Gambia. The profit margins are insane. In West Africa, luxury vehicles sell for prices that exceed new market value in the United States. When one exporter can make $50,000 on each shipping container containing 2 stolen cars, you understand why this became such a massive operation. Operation Jacked recovered 160 stolen cars worth more than $8 million in just 10 months. The ring had a complete hierarchy. Carjackers and thieves got paid $4,000 to $8,000 per vehicle. Street-level fences would buy them and sell them up the chain to higher-level fences, who handled the export logistics. CBP officer Dean Panzarino revealed how they hide stolen cars in shipping containers behind mattresses, refrigerators, and cabinets, packing containers from floor to ceiling. In Niger, there's a hub in Birnin Kani where fake license plates cost just $16 and fake vehicle titles go for $2.50. The Canadian connection is equally mind-blowing. The Ontario Provincial Police recovered 306 stolen vehicles worth $25 million destined for foreign markets. 80% of stolen vehicles in Canada get exported to African countries, with Ghana being one of the most prolific receivers. But here's the good news. Law enforcement is winning. In 2024, vehicle thefts dropped 17%, the largest annual decrease in 40 years. By the first half of 2025, thefts were down another 23% year over year. The national theft rate fell from 126.6, 2 per 100,000 residents, to 97.33 per 100,000. Auto theft task forces have been incredibly effective. Since 2019, California's task forces alone have made over 4,050 investigations, arrested nearly 4,600 suspects, and recovered over $60 million in stolen goods. From October 2023 to March 2025, state funding resulted in the arrest of more than 22,100 suspects nationwide. The most stolen pickup truck in America is still the Chevrolet Silverado, with over 8,000 stolen in the first 6 months of 2025. But even that represents a significant decrease from previous years. What's fascinating is that cars reported stolen within 24 hours have a 34% recovery rate, and more than 85% of all stolen vehicles were recovered in 2023. Most thefts happen between midnight and 1 a.m. on roads, streets, and sidewalks, which makes sense when you think about it. The war between car thieves and law enforcement continues evolving. From USB cables and TikTok challenges to million-dollar international smuggling operations, criminals keep adapting their methods. But so does law enforcement, using everything from decades-old LoJack technology to modern Apple AirTags to track down stolen vehicles. The next time you see a Hyundai Elantra or hear about a car theft ring getting busted, remember, there's an entire underground economy built around stealing your ride, and an equally sophisticated network of cops, federal agents, and technology companies working 24/7 to shut them down.